Good folks over at Cincinnati.com, they've got another story about Ray Tensing. It's written by Kate Murphy. Here's the title: UCPD's most aggressive cop, Ray Tensing. And as a part of this article, they've included the video, the dash cam. Well, not the dash cam, but the camera, the body camera that Ray Tensing was wearing. They've included this, and I had forgotten this. And so early this morning, I had to review the tragic death of Sam DuBose. And after watching it again, I'll say it again, that man did not have to die. Didn't have to die. But now all this information is coming out about Ray Tensing, and I think most of us know this to be true. All this information, it looks like Ray Tensing had a problem, or on some levels, I won't say he had a problem, he was targeting black people. Nearly 75% of the individuals he arrested were black. Tensing gave 80% of the 146 traffic and pedestrian tickets he wrote on the black folks. Now, wait a minute. You're giving pedestrian tickets? And you're a UC police officer? And clearly, if someone had been analyzing the data on a regular basis, let's say at least once a month, they would have picked up on this pattern, but they did not. Now, who's to blame for that? Well, I'd say most directly the former UC police chief is responsible for that. I mean, you are the chief of police, right? Amazing. So now all this information is coming out about Mr. Ray Tensing. I know for a fact that Ray Tensing had an incident about a year before he killed Sam DuBose. I know this for a fact because it's all over YouTube. I talked with the young man who was on his way back from the airport. He had his brother with him. He picked his brother from the airport. They're driving through the university, UC campus area. It's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. And Ray Tensing pulls them over and basically harasses them. The brother told me on the phone during a phone interview, it's a few months back, that he felt as if his life was in danger. And they were being asked to get out of the car, and they would not do it because they felt as if he got out of the car, then his life was over. And you're getting pulled over by a police officer. You ain't getting carjacked. This is law enforcement. So it's amazing that story has not really been amplified enough. I talked with the brother. His videos are on YouTube right now. As a matter of fact, they posted a video right after the incident. And they've gotten a lot of hits. I mean, hundreds of thousands of hits. You should check it out. So clearly Ray Tensing had a problem, but I'll be honest with you. I've also got a problem with the two other UC police officers who still have their jobs, as I understand it, who it appeared were willing to fabricate a story to back up Mr. Ray Tensing. What I would say is those officers can't be trusted. You're not going to make the public safe. If I had a son or a daughter who attended the University of Cincinnati and I had this knowledge, I would be uneasy. I would be very uneasy. But what about you? That's what's percolating. Also, we must talk about medical marijuana. Your governor, Governor Kasich, has now legalized medical marijuana in Ohio, medicinal weed, medicinal Mary Jane. He signed a plan to legalize medical marijuana into law just Wednesday. Sad to say that there were some folks who were trying to put a constitutional amendment into the Ohio Constitution. In the last couple of weeks, they have dropped out. They have suspended those efforts. And after looking at both of the plans, I'll be honest with you, I don't really like this plan. I don't really like this plan that was just passed, as I understand it. Now, maybe some things have been added or taken away, but as I understand it, this plan is far less liberal, far less progressive, far less open and easy, providing you open and easy access to your medicinal marijuana than the plan, as I understand it, from the folks who wanted to put forth a state constitutional amendment. If you want to pick up your medicinal marijuana, I don't need a whole bunch of unnecessary entanglements. Okay? Make it easy for folks to do this. Here's the question. How soon can you buy medical marijuana? I'm going to answer that for you in a second. What kind of marijuana can you use? I'm going to answer that for you in just a minute. My name is Nathan Ivey. Thank you for listening to the Nathan Ivey Show. Back with more. Don't go anywhere.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes two. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese.
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole, or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
Now back to the show.
Back in full effect, Nate Ivey with you, a.k.a. the King of Straight Talk, broadcasting live from the city of Cincinnati. Tell a friend, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., we go live. Podcasts will be made available at my website. You can also find it at my Spreaker page. But again, the fastest, easiest way to listen is straight from NathanIvey.com. And welcome back. So now John Kasich has just legalized medical marijuana in Ohio. So now what? What does this all mean exactly? What exactly does this mean? Well, what it means is it's going to take about 90 days to go in full effect. At the end of the day, it means Ohioans will not be able to buy medical marijuana in state until about 2017. It looks like for the short time, if you've got the proper clearances, a doctor's recommendation, that you can purchase medical marijuana from other states where it is legal. Now, you'll be able to do that as soon as September 6th, and then you can bring it back to the state of Ohio. Then the Department of Commerce will have about 8 months to create rules for those who will grow marijuana. After that, cultivators will need time to start growing medical marijuana. Dispensaries will need some time to set up shop. And around that time, doctors are going to start applying to the Ohio State Medical Board for a certificate to recommend medical marijuana. I mean, what's up with all of these rules and regulations? Which means that Ohioans will not be able to buy medical marijuana in state until about 2017 or early 2018. How is something that is so simple going to take such a long time? What? I don't know if this is the proper plan, quite honestly. I never liked this plan, and I still don't like this plan. Make it easy. Make it easy. What is this going to do to the underground illegal recreational marijuana game? What is that going to do for the now still illegal recreational marijuana economy? You got a lot of folks out there selling marijuana. You got a lot of folks in Ohio already taking marijuana. So now what is this going to do? Is this going to is it going to be a strain of medicinal marijuana that's going to be available on the streets? You better believe it. You better believe it. When they start making some of that super powerful medicinal marijuana and recreational marijuana use is still illegal, what do you think is going to happen? That's right. One's going to bleed over into the other, especially if people are willing to purchase it. I don't like this idea one bit. Under this law, it's still illegal to smoke marijuana. What? Even if you buy it out of state. Vaporizers, edibles, and oils are okay. So it goes without saying that recreational use of marijuana is also still illegal under this law. This doesn't make any sense. I think that there is a negative connotation when it comes to the smoking of marijuana, and it's largely being driven by rap culture, youth culture. What's the difference? Vaporizers, edibles, oils, all good, but you can't smoke it. What? And does this bring us closer? I think it does. It take us further away from them just outright just making it all legal. Medicinal usages, if you want to get high because it's a Sunday, mad at your job, mad at your girl, mad at the world, why can't you just go light it up? You're not bothering anybody. Well, make it simple. When marijuana becomes legal, what percentage of the legal dispensaries, the folks who are manufacturing it, they're growing this, what percentage of those folks are going to be black people? What percentage of those individuals are going to be black people? Should we have some type of set aside to make sure that there's a certain percentage, of those spots that go to African Americans? As an African American, I'd have no problem with it. Derek writes, the Cavs finally playing to their highest potential. They can bring a title to Cleveland if they keep playing like that because Mr. MVP Curry has disappeared along with Clay. Well, what I saw last night is that you see your Cavs team just fighting through screens, playing hard defense, not hanging their head because the other team scores, back cutting. I mean, I saw the Cavs basically do what the Golden State Warriors have been doing, and that was move the ball and then move without the ball. Very simple basketball, folks. And then I also saw a maximum effort. Now, will the Cavs be able to sustain this in Game 4? I hope so. Why? Because I want to see them win 1. And 2, I want as many games as possible. If they tie up the series, that means we're at least going 6 games, baby. And I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. But it was great to see them running through screens, contesting every single shot they could. Just put your hand up. Moving without the ball, passing the ball, actually making shots. LeBron James found his jumper. I mean, it was great. Tracy writes, you silly, Nate. Yes, I am. I can be. Brent writes, they got D'd up. Yes, they did. Mike Jones writes, do they need love? ? No, they don't. They would have been better with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is a beast. 6'7", 6'8". His family were athletes. You can look at the man and see he's just athletically gifted. Plays excellent defense, and he's young. That would have been an incredible, backcourt? Kyrie, Andrew Wiggins, LeBron James. Come on now. That's defense right there. Ed writes, had issues getting on this morning. Went to the app, then the internet, also both Facebook pages. LOL, good morning. I'm glad you made it in, Ed. And let me know. Let me know so I can double check that. Kashana writes, good morning. Carolyn writes, just hit the like button. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Ed writes, Nate, where's your profile pic on the Spreaker app? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. Let me double check